That's exactly what I was looking for. A lot of sharp ginger.
It goes the soy with the ginger. Awesome.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, nice
You guys
crunch.
try this.
Too, I like it a lot. Very good, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Griddle Guys channel where we're all about griddling. Today we're making pot stickers on the 22-inch Blackstone. It's over here. I'll show you that in a minute. Mostly homemade. Did cheat a little bit. I didn't make my own dough, but it makes it easier.
Slacker.
We got Chris, we got Jeff. I'm Nate. Stick around, we'll show you how to make them. So guys, the first thing we're gonna do is a ginger dipping sauce. And this, I can't put like the amounts in the description because it just depends on how much dipping sauce you want. So if you film down here, Chris, I'm gonna use, I got a little.
Love that stuff.
I bought this because of you.
I love
did.
it.
Yeah. I would have never bought it because of the name, because soy sauce is so strong.
Yeah.
But this is the double dark Jeff turned me on to. It's not more salty. It's just more flavor. Yeah. But anyways, I want about half of this full of dipping sauce. So what I have in there is about a teaspoon of ginger. If this were half the size, I'd do a little bit less. If it were twice the size, I'd do a little bit more. It just depends on how many you're making. But we're gonna do about a 50-50 ratio of the dark soy, double dark soy, with the ginger, brown sugar. And believe it or not, this is Chris always complaining that I have recipes that aren't on the griddle. This is going on the griddle. Nice. So we're gonna go about 50-50 with the brown sugar. Might even go a little bit more because I like it sweet. And then we're just gonna take that. This is on low over here, Chris. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. That's on
right
low.
on there?
Yeah,
Wow.
just put it right on there. I don't want to bring it to a boil. You don't want to do anything like that. You just want to warm it up, and it's going to steep out some of the ginger flavor, and it's going to help the sugar dissolve. Yeah. Right. So we're going to let that sit. Use tongs to pull it off while we get the meat mixture going.
This griddle looks great, by the way. I'll have to touch on that later.
Yeah, we got a subscriber, guys, who sent us chemical to clean griddles, and we were very skeptical. We've experimented with it a little bit. We're gonna make a video for you guys, let you know what we think of it. That'll probably be, I don't know, maybe next week, you think? Yeah. All right, so let's grab the meat. All right, so the garlic ginger sauce, this has been on maybe 6 minutes. Let me grab the spoon. I'm sorry, not garlic ginger, just ginger and brown sugar. I can feel it's thickened up a little bit.
Smells good.
It's starting to steam. I don't want it boiling, so I'm gonna pull that off. This is gonna be very hot, obviously. So there's my trick for that.
Is this thing an oven safe bowl?
You want to?
No.
This is going to be a comment. Oh my God, it's hot.
Yeah, no, that's not an oven safe bowl.
I can't believe it melted through the plastic table.
All right, let's get to making the filling. Let's get to making the filling.
It's hot.
There's kind of a lot of ingredients in this, and for the first time ever, I actually kind of wrote them down so that we can put the recipe in the description because some of you guys said you wanted us to do that. So thank you for that feedback. All right.
Just 1 sec. Reason why I never found these in the store, it's labeled vegan.
Whoa.
That explains it. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Actually, when I get to those, I'll talk about them. So here's the ingredients for the filling for the pot stickers. We got a pound of ground pork. This is 7 cut up green onions, whites and green. This is 4 large minced tablespoons of ginger.
Wow.
It's a lot of ginger.
Can smell
No,
it.
I'm sorry. That was 3. That's 3 on the ginger. It's 4 on the garlic.
Yummy.
Now, this is a lot for just a single pound of meat, but when I did this, tested it, refined it a little bit, I found that
Trying to replace Chris's heat with a burn.
you need a lot of it. You need a lot of it. Now, this is the one thing that I'm not like super happy with. I mean, these work. This is what my market has. They're wonton wrappers, right? So they're a little smaller. They're a little thinner than, say, an egg roll wrapper or a dumpling wrapper. But it is what it is. Then we're going to use a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon, some salt and pepper. This amount of pork, which is not a lot, this is 1.24 pounds, is going to make about 30 of these things. So lucky for me, I got 2 other griddle guys who are going to help me wrap them because that's the part that takes time.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to take a little bit of time, guys, and it's really hot out today. It's actually been really hot in New England. So I'm going to chuck these back in the fridge so that they don't get too warm. Jeff, while I'm doing that, can you throw the ginger and garlic? Can you throw these in the fridge when you have a sec? Throw the ginger and garlic and half the scallions in the food processor.
Half the scallions.
Yeah, the reason I'm doing half the scallions is because I like in a pot sticker a little bit of texture.
Yeah.
You know, like you get those little bit of crunchy things in there, and if you process, we're going to process the meat pretty well in this. If you process the hell out of the scallions, then you don't get that little bit of crunch. So we're going to start with these ingredients, and then we're going to do.
Jeff, why don't you just move that cup? Your cup there?
We actually do.
There you go.
Get out of the way. We're going to do about a healthy tablespoon of oil. Give that a few zings. All right, so like I said, a lot. We want it fine.
Well, I didn't know if you were saying something.
Where's the?
You don't know what a zing is?
All right, I'm gonna throw the. I didn't put the dark soy in yet. So this is 2 tablespoons. Actually, let me see the dark soy. Yeah, 2 tablespoons of dark soy. Eyeballing it.
Could you use the immersion blender for this?
Actually, no. You could, but you're dirtying another dish.
Yeah.
So, all right. All right. Now, unlike meatballs and meatloafs where you don't want the meat to be overprocessed, in this case it's okay if it overprocesses a little bit. It actually holds it together a little better in the pot sticker. Can you use that? And this is gonna clump up and get stuck to the side. We're gonna scrape it down a bunch of times. All right, good, stop. So when it starts to do that, guys, it starts to crawl up the side like that, you're real close. So now I'm gonna dump in the rest of the green onion. Just get that incorporated, Jeff, and we're done. Oh wait, salt and pepper.
It's a good pepper shaker.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Let me just grab the salt, okay?
I'm gonna keep going with this a little bit.
Just wait for the salt. All right, guys, here's the salt. All right, there you go, Jeff.
And you're just gonna mix this a little bit, right?
Yep.
You could have done your bay, your salt bay.
Yeah, keep going, keep going. All right, good. Good, we got chunks of green onion in there.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna go store this in the fridge. Keep it cold. You have to keep it cold. The longer it rests in the fridge, if you can give it like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, it's gonna firm up. It's gonna make it easier to stuff the pot stickers.
All right.
Be right back.
A few moments later.
So here's the thing, guys. You gotta do these, well, you gotta do them in batches. You can do a bigger batch if you're using a 36. On a 22, I do about 10 at once. So set them down like a diamond, with the points top and bottom away from you. Carefully don't stick together. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, why don't you work on those? There's a method to my madness. And I have a warm bowl of water that I thought I brought out.
I count 11. Is that right? Is that 11?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, good.
All right. So here's the thing, right? Don't overstuff them. It's going to be very tempting to overstuff. This just came out of the fridge. But I don't know how you would describe it, but that's about the max that you can put in with this size wrapper. So we're going to do 5 at a time.
Well, otherwise you can't fold it and keep it all in there.
Right. It bursts at the seams and starts coming out on the griddle. So it is tempting, like your cheesesteak, Chris, to overstuff it.
Yeah.
But just trust me on this, or don't trust me, and go ahead and do it, and then you'll see. Here's what I found easiest. You take this point, you fold it over to that point, and you push just the 2 top points down, like that, okay? Then pick it up from the underside Squeeze the points together. Now see, this one is a little over full, but what you can do is you work your way down the edge. Don't worry about making any flutes or anything fancy. You just want to seal both of these straight edges right here. So get a good seal on them.
Done, Jeff. Look at that. Way ahead of him.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet. So look, you just seal these two edges. Then you got to come back and you got to put a little bend like this and crimp and a little bend and crimp. 2 bend and crimp in each side.
What's that for?
Just helps seal it up. Makes it look more like a pot sticker.
Nice.
I was doing good till you said that.
And then you work your way around. See that? How you're getting a tight seal around the meat?
It's okay if I put 3 crimps?
It is, yep. Depends on how much filling you have. If you don't have that much filling, you can do 2. So you just take it, fold it over, little crimp, fold it over, little crimp.
And the water's the binding agent.
Yep. Work your way around so you get that little meat pocket.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna do these in batches. Jeff and Chris have not seen this process yet. I have a very unique way of determining when they're done, and it's pretty much foolproof. So, griddle on low.
Famous
Definitely,
last words.
definitely
right there.
on no.
Famous last.
Definitely the griddle on low. And you gotta
Caramel
do
popcorn on the griddle. This
What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
0 fill rate.
a very thin coat of oil so they don't stick and bond to the griddle.
I'm
You do
jealous of
this
that top.
every batch. Okay. You want to do, you're on 36, you can do more than 1 batch at a time. On the 22, we can only do 1, and you need some sort of a steam cover. I'm using disposable pan. So lay them down somewhat tight so that they all fit under the pan. All right, so here's what you need. You need ice. And this is ice from my ice maker, so it's a fairly decent sized ice cube.
All right.
If you're using bag ice, you might need to use 2. We're going to use 5 ice cubes. We're going to put it on the low side of your griddle. If you put it on the high side, my griddle drains back right now too as a grease drain. If you put it on the high side, it's going to cause these ones up here to stick. So you're going to get that on there, capture it.
That was only 1.
One at a time.
1 at a time. 5 ice cubes, 1 at a time.
Keep up, Jeff. Keep up.
Soon as the sizzling stops and the ice cubes more or less evaporated, we're going to go to another one.
How long? Typically?
5 ice cubes, that's how long.
No, I know, but
While we wait for the ice cube to melt.
start to
Guys,
finish.
thank you for watching as always. Please like, it helps our channel, subscribe.
If you're still watching at this point,
Yeah.
you definitely should hit the subscribe button.
Exactly. We like to have fun while we cook, so.
That looks like 1 ice cube.
That's 1 ice cube. So we're going to flip after 2. So I'm going to grab a second one. Get this guy going here. Capture all that steam.
Sounds like steam.
Yep. Sometimes you got to find like a hotter spot on the griddle to get the steam. So that's 2. We're going to flip after the second one stops sizzling like that.
Are we expecting a brown side?
No,
Brown up?
not completely brown,
Just a
but
little bit.
So that was 2 ice cubes that have evaporated. Now we're going to flip them all, hopefully get a little browning like that. Well, we're going to finish them up at the end, and we're going to brown them up a little bit more in oil.
Make sure that inside's cooked nice and good, is that why?
No, the steam will get the inside cooked.
Yeah.
The final step is just how brown do you like them. You know, some people like them really, really brown. Some people like them not so brown. So let's get this back on. We're going to go 2 more ice cubes. Not getting a ton of steam from the back, so I'm going to drop one up front here. So that was the 5 ice cubes, guys. That was 2 ice cubes, flip, 2 more ice cubes. Sometimes they stick a tiny bit. Let's see if these ones are. Yeah, so I just kind of get under them with the
It's got a really good
scraper a
aroma.
little bit.
Really good aroma.
Yeah. And what I'll do is crank the heat up a little bit, get some oil going, and this is where you really start to develop just how brown you want them or not. Right? Like I said, some people like them light, some people like them really dark.
You get to have it however you like it, which is great.
I like to start them on that side if I can, sort of a flat side.
Are you using any specific kind of oil on this, Nate, when you do
This
with
is
these?
just extra light olive oil.
Okay.
These 2 stuck together. They're gonna get cooked together.
I don't think we'll have a problem getting rid of those.
No. When we're done this, we're gonna have the kids do the rest and pack them together, right? We can watch them do it, teach them how to do it, and they get out of my face, Jeff. It's sneaky.
Hey, last video was Nate.
Yeah,
You gotta
thank
take
you.
turns.
All right, so you're gonna see the pasta is gonna brown up fairly quickly. See that? So it's really just how done you like them at
So
this point.
You feel confident the pork is done?
Oh yeah.
Really? That's nice. So if you get a 36, I mean you can do like 100 of these things.
If you have enough steam covers on a 36, yeah, you can do a big batches.
So let me ask you, because you have a lid for the 22, that's not enough coverage for this when you actually...
No, I like the steam closer.
Instead of, okay.
Yeah. So you have the sort of the flat side too that you can also brown right there. Mm-hmm. You stand them up and you lean them against each other.
Yeah, I do that with my steaks once in a while.
I love it, especially a nice thick one. Yeah.
Use the edge to kind of stand them up.
Yep.
A few moments later.
That's it. These guys are done. I mean, this is how I like them. I like them kind of a little crisp.
Just a little char.
Probably a little more than a lot of people like them because it makes the dough a little crunchy instead of just sort of chewy.
These are hot. You can tell they're hot.
I did crank the griddle up to high, guys, just to get this browning effect on there. Actually, I'm going to turn it down to low now.
They look good. Perfect.
Look really good.
And the ones I made did not fall apart. I'm happy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you
My
put
first-
because you knew which ones were which.
My
Yeah.
first time crimping. And what else? Stuffing and crimping? What would you call that?
Stuffing and crimping is accurate.
Okay.
All right, guys, so these look fabulous. Can't wait to try them. They're still piping hot, but we also tested last time I made these if you could freeze them because the process of rolling them and stuffing them and whatnot, you know, it takes a period of time. So I was thinking, oh, you can make a batch ahead of time and freeze them. Lesson learned. We're here for you guys, so you don't make the same mistakes we do. Freeze them on a sheet pan individually. Don't put them in a bag.
Yeah, separate them with
Because these guys
yeah.
are, oh wait, that one broke apart.
Maybe just get them defrost a little
What if you
bit.
dip them in water?
Well, I guess if you let them soften enough. But basically the pasta is...
I'd let it sit. Just
All
let
right,
it sit.
We'll let it sit, see what happens. We're also going to throw those on the griddle and see if we can go from frozen to cooked.
Right.
Here's the frozen experiment. Two of them, they kind of separated, most of them. We did one ice cube so far. These two are kind of permanently bonded together. They may be a big snack.
A double
to someone.
whammy.
We'll call those the Jeffs.
We'll call those Jeffs. Let me throw another ice cube in and see how they go.
Well, you know what? Because they were frozen, I think they're creating their own steam in there a little bit anyway. Because they're
Could be.
frosting.
Still gonna do the same technique. 2 ice cubes, flip. 2 ice cubes, check. 1 ice cube, then brown.
And at low heat, right?
Low heat. This is low heat right now. All right, so these are the frozen ones. That was 5 ice cubes, again on low, and they look just about perfect. So the dough is cooked.
I say that's a success.
I would say it's a success. So if you have a lot to do, let me move this off. Get some oil going. You crank that burner up to brown them. Chris, you got the plate?
Yep. Way ahead of you, Nate.
That's definitely a success. Well, let's see if they cooked all the way through. But if they are, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That is really impressive to be able to just pull them out of the freezer like that. Because what are we talking? Total like 7 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quick.
Wow.
Actually, I'm going to say 5 ice cubes.
5 ice cubes.
Who's gonna taste these?
I will. I'm dying to have one. And just dig in.
Yeah.
Take that one right there. Any napkins out here, Nate?
Yeah, you're leaning on
Here.
them.
There they are. Oh, they're still hot.
Just do it.
That's hot.
Oh wow.
That's nice. Over his nice, freshly painted deck.
yeah. That's exactly what I was looking for. A lot of sharp ginger,
Inside nice and cooked.
a little bit of green onion.
Wow, flavor. Holy cow.
Wow. That's delicious.
It goes the soy with the ginger. Awesome.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. Nice
you guys
crunch.
try this.
Nice crunch, Nate.
Yeah.
Too, I like it a lot. Very good, guys.
So guys, remember when I said that it makes like 30? We had 50 wrappers. We gave some to the folks inside. We gave some to the neighbor over there, who you saw earlier, or maybe you didn't, but we gave some to the neighbors. We ate a whole bunch, and we still have a plate that size. So, yeah, you can stretch a pound of pork a hell of a long way.
And it was
The
really
freezer
good.
worked perfect. We know,
Yeah,
end
freezer
result,
worked well.
freezer was great.
So,
Absolutely delicious.
It was good stuff. Worth a try. Good entertainment food.
yeah, outstanding.
Really good.
All right,
Thank you.
see you guys.